coming back from 1-0 down and getting a point at a difficult place to go at Kenilworth Road, despite Luton's poor home form this season by their standards, apparently, is encouraging. Before I continue, as you guys know, and I'll try and get through this as quickly as possible, I'm trying to get 5,000 subscribers by the end of this season, so nearly half the people who watch in the analytics, according to the analytics, are not subscribed. So if you could hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and of course comment if you disagree with anything what I'm about to say. As long as you're civil and respectful about it, then more the merrier. But yeah, get to 5,000 subs, hit the subscribe button. If you aren't subscribed already, it would mean a lot. And before I forget, happy 30th to Jamster, fellow Sunderland YouTuber Jam Sani. Joel, love you, brother. And of course, Amanda as well, his missus, who I've met a couple of times as well. Very, very funny duo. But yeah, hope they had a great time in Blackpool. And yeah, have a great weekend, mate. But yeah, as for the game itself, I think first half was, Bianca Westwood was on the game for Sky Sports, and she was saying that Luton were dominant in the first half, which I personally disagreed with. I felt Sunderland were actually quite even in the game. I think it was quite scrappy. Yes, Luton, I think, had hit the post and we had a goal, a scramble and a clearance that we had to make in the first half. And I think Sunderland hit the post twice. Ahmed Diallo from a free kick, but before that, Leon Diake, who I think a lot of fans are quite harsh on personally, because for me, I think he's average. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's terrible either. But he did a great bit of skill on his own making to the right-hand side of the 6-yard box. Penalty area. Turned his man, hit the left-hand post, which was, right-hand post. I can't think properly. And then Ahmed Diallo from a free kick hit the same post not long after that. Obviously, the goal, apparently there was contention in it, because apparently Danny Bart got kneed or something. But in the build-up to it, so I don't know whether that should have stood or not, but if so, we all know about referees. I'm not going to mention them again. Still stand by the fact that just because at that point we didn't have a striker doesn't mean you have to concede that goal to Carlton Morris, because I think it was pretty poor from our perspective. But nevertheless, second half, I felt Sunderland battled, as Bianca herself said. We battled to get back into that game, and I felt the result was deserved. I felt that Sunderland was starting to create chances, we were starting to force the ascendancy, we were starting to apply pressure at Luton's backline, and the goal itself came just less than 15 minutes before the end, where Jack Clark gets down the left byline, puts the ball across the box, and pretty much 6-yard area, Embleton just basically scores a similar goal that he did against Wigan a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, I think that, did we deserve enough to win the game? No, I don't think we did. I think that Luton from there were starting to push forward themselves and trying to get into the ascendancy and get back into the ascendancy, I should say. But across the whole, a point is a decent result, and it sort of stops a potential run of a little mini run of defeats, because we've had 2 defeats in a row. Thankfully, this halts that. And although obviously Huddersfield won today, I do believe Huddersfield, by the way, can the club hurry up and get the tickets sorted, because I'm meant to be going on Wednesday. The match tickets anyway. That game, I think we need to be looking to win, regardless of their result today. But we'll wait and see. Anyway, got a point, decent point on the road. Teams around us, on the whole, got beat, so it's not been the worst afternoon in the world. It's basically as you were. We were 4 points clear of the bottom 3 going into the game, and it's as it is now. Anyway, guys, I will love you and leave you there. Stay safe. Maybe hopefully see you on Wednesday at Huddersfield. And yep, and as always, away the lads.